It was a warm Saturday morning in the small town of Willow Creek. I, Emily Parker, was excited because my parents had left for a weekend conference, leaving me home alone with my younger brother, Jake. Jake was 12, and though we often argued like typical siblings, I always enjoyed spending time with him. Today, I wanted to make it fun for both of us. As soon as the car disappeared down the driveway, Jake ran into the living room, bouncing on the couch. "Emily, can we play video games?" he asked, his eyes wide with excitement. "Sure," I said, smiling, "but I have a better idea. Let's make today special. We'll do something we've never done before." Jake tilted his head. "Like what?" I grinned. "I was thinking we could build a fort inside the house. A huge one. And then we can have a movie marathon in it. Popcorn, blankets, everything." His face lit up like a Christmas tree. "Yes. Let's do it." We ran to the living room, dragging couch cushions, chairs, and blankets. Jake laughed as we stacked the cushions, creating walls and towers, while I tied blankets across the chairs to make a roof. The fort grew bigger and bigger until it nearly filled the entire living room. "Done," Jake exclaimed, proudly stepping back. "It's amazing," I clapped. "Now, time for snacks. I'll make popcorn, and you can grab some juice." While I worked on the popcorn, Jake sneaked in a handful of gummy bears, pretending I didn't see. I laughed. "You're going to ruin your dinner." "No way. This is part of the adventure," he said. We crawled into the fort, giggling as the blankets created a shadowy, magical space. With popcorn in hand and soft blankets around us, we turned on our favorite movie. Jake's eyes sparkled with excitement. "This is the best day ever." After the movie, I suggested another activity. "How about a treasure hunt?" Jake's ears perked up. "Treasure hunt? Like pirates?" "Exactly," I said, handing him a small notebook. "I'll hide clues around the house, and you have to follow them to find the treasure." I carefully placed the first clue under the kitchen table. The second went behind the curtains in the living room. Each clue led to another, and Jake sprinted from room to room, his laughter echoing through the house. Finally, the last clue led him to the pantry, where I had hidden a small box of treats. "Treasure!" he shouted, jumping up and down. He opened the box to find chocolate bars, stickers, and a little toy car. "This is awesome." I smiled. "I'm glad you like it. But remember, this is our secret adventure. No one else can know about our treasure hunt." Jake nodded solemnly. "Our secret, Emily." After the treasure hunt, I suggested we do something calmer. "Let's try making our own board game," I said, pulling out some paper and markers. "We can make up the rules and everything." Jake's eyes widened. "We can do that." "Really?" "Of course. Creativity is our superpower today," I said. We spent hours drawing the game board, designing spaces, writing rules, and even creating little game pieces out of old coins and buttons. We called it Adventure Island, where players had to complete challenges to find hidden treasures and avoid obstacles. When it was finally finished, we played the game together, laughing at all the funny moments and clever strategies. Jake tried to cheat a few times, but I caught him, and we both laughed. "No cheating, pirate," I teased. By late afternoon, the sun streamed through the windows, and we sat on the floor of our fort, exhausted but happy. "Emily," Jake said softly, "I've never had a day this fun. Thanks for doing this with me." I ruffled his hair. "You're welcome, little buddy. I'm glad we did it." The day slowly turned into evening, and we decided to bake cookies. The kitchen smelled amazing as we mixed chocolate chips into the dough and shaped little stars, hearts, and circles. We even made a few funny shapes, like a cookie that looked like Jake's face. As the cookies baked, we sat at the table, munching on snacks and telling stories about our school week. Jake talked about his friends and his favorite teacher, while I shared some funny memories from my high school days. We laughed so hard that we had tears in our eyes. When the cookies were ready, we carefully iced them and decorated them with sprinkles. "These look amazing," Jake said, showing off his star-shaped cookie. I smiled. "They do. And now we have to eat them." After dinner, we returned to our fort with our freshly baked cookies and some milk. We snuggled under blankets, telling stories and playing board games until it was time for bed. Before tucking Jake in, I reminded him, "Remember, our adventure doesn't end today. We can have many more adventures whenever we're home alone together." He nodded sleepily. "I can't wait, Emily. Today was perfect." As I turned off the light and left his room, I felt a deep sense of happiness. It wasn't just the games, the fort, or the cookies. It was the bond we had strengthened that day. Being home alone with my younger brother had turned into one of the most memorable days of our lives. From that day on, whenever our parents went away for the weekend, Jake and I would plan something fun together. Forts, treasure hunts, homemade board games, baking, and endless laughter. We learned that even simple moments could turn into magical memories when spent together. By the time our parents returned, the house was a mess of blankets, game pieces, and cookie crumbs, but neither Jake nor I cared. We had shared a day full of joy, creativity, and love, something no mess could ever spoil. And so, our special Saturday adventures became a cherished tradition. No matter how busy life got, we knew that those moments of imagination, laughter, and connection were the ones we would always remember.